Hello everyone, this is A Rescue in Vizen by Elan Marche and Christopher Warman, a married couple writing this series together, the third book in the Eight Chant Series. Now I was a little unawares when I read this. The description mentions this fellow Rovan. And so I thought, okay, new cast of characters here. But no, this is someone taking a little bit different name. His name in this book is Doravan. And he's grown up a little, or a lot, let's say. Because in this book, Contract and Soulforn, he's a teenager, former noble, who thinks everyone's supposed to still treat him as a noble. And testament to the writing ability of these authors, I hated this kid so much. He's a little petulant jerk. And so in this one, now he's in his early 20s, and he's taking responsibilities. At the end of this book, the forest, which you actually see pictured there, is burnt up and some of the surrounding communities destroyed. And one of those communities he has taken up residence in, and he is helping to try to repair it with some friends he has taken on. And he's taken on a leadership role, but he's not real confident about it. He's still growing as a person, and it shows throughout the book, and especially with his relationship with these friends who they want to go on this adventure with him. At points he's, doing it as a team, but he's still in charge, and they have issues amongst themselves, which become prevalent later in the book. And now, so what happens here, again, at the end of this, the woods are all burnt up. And this one lady, at the end, she has a child, and this child has fallen sick, and so they decide to take her to this enchantress who is paramount in the beginning of this particular book. And the price is you have to essentially give me your child and you go away. So in here, this lady shows up. Her name is Ash, and she has a friend with her. I want to know what happened to my daughter. And they enlist Rovan to do this, and he takes her up on it, and they go to this mountain called the Womb of the World, where the enchantress currently resides. So I will never give it away. The enchantress is in the first story in this book of 4 stories, and the ending of that first story is the big fairy tale hook. It is a dreaded moment, and it shocked me. And so here we have the enchantress. She is in this quite a bit more. And she joins the team because they go to search for this daughter. Well, she's not with the enchantress. The girl, Sesha, she had run off. And where did she go? Vizen. So they're all going to go search for her there. Motivations by everyone are all in conflict. And now, in the city of Vizen, there is a royal family. And there is a group trying to perform a coup. They're going to do a takeover. And in the midst of all this politicking and court drama, there's literal masks and figurative ones. It's a theme of who's on whose side and who's hiding what. And when you meet characters for the first time, you think, oh, well, they're obviously here on this side. And then, they may be on someone else's side. There's literally a coup and a coup. There's a lot of just backstabbing in this, and everyone's hiding. Some of them are hiding their own motivations. People can inhabit bodies. Some old ancient power that was within these books, and a particular ancient evil in the second one, Soulforn. And so we have people hiding their motivations and who they really are. And it is so well plotted that way, because you get a revelation here and a revelation there about who's on whose side and who's really performing this coup against whom. And some of the characters, you don't realize who they are. Like, I was able to find Dorvan as Rovan right away, and then there's this one character throughout the book, and you realize, oh, it's that person. Oh, so there's these nice surprises and these nice twists in here. These are just people. In the closest thing you get to say, like some kind of, let's say like a Conan type that can just run through multiple opponents. There's this Jinn, Balin, who teams up with Dorvan in this book. And she's been alive for centuries, and she can handle herself. And this, just people trying to make the town good again, and they get enlisted. Well, we got to go do this. They have to really be wary of the guards because they're just people. There are a couple of monsters in this, and I guess I don't want to call it. I guess it qualifies as some kind of low magic fantasy, sort of, because you're not getting wizards hurling lightning bolts. You get things that were formerly dragons who took a more closer to humanoid form. But the two monsters in this, probably, I don't know, they could probably handle our world's most powerful bears in combat, but not much beyond that. It's kind of a realistic feel to it, set in some low magic, but it does feel magical. It still holds on to its fairy tale. I did come across a quick interview with the authors where the grim fairy tales were a big influence on them, and you can tell when you read these three books, especially that first one and that first story. Oh my God, I will never get over that one. And also that the two books here were essentially introduction books, and then followed by a trilogy, and so this is the first in the trilogy. So we're seeing characters from the former books mentioned more, showing up more, having more to do with what's going on now. So we've got Dorvan and his group with the Enchantress. You've got the court politics, and there is a what do we want to call her? So the king has passed, and so this one girl who was supposed to become the ruler gave that up and essentially gave it to her sister, and she's gonna become like the captain of the guard, that kind of thing. And her storyline amidst all this is also prevalent in this, and she's a very truthful, wears it on her sleeve, not having a mask on about anything. I guess you could almost say the good guys don't wear masks and the bad guys do, would probably be a good way to describe what goes on in here. So looking forward to 2 more books of this. If they keep this up, I'll have to, if I ever decide to make a top 10 fantasy series of all time, this will have to be on it. So far it would be with these 3 books. Of the 3, I think this one is, well, it's certainly the longest at over, just like a tinge over 500 pages. I don't want to call it, it's not slow, it's just slower than the other 2. It takes a little longer. Everything really good. They don't waste too much time, even though, court politics in books can get a little draining, a little too slow. They spend just enough time on it to get the point across, and they move on. So it keeps up its pace, and doesn't really, there's nothing boring about it at all. So another successful home run by these 2 authors with that one right there, Rescue in Vizen. That is one of the monsters right there, but I won't tell you what's going on there in that scene, but that scene does happen. They've actually been pretty good about, that scene happens in the book. You get that moment in the book. I don't particularly remember this exact moment of this Jinn on the cover having that moment in the book, but this moment here does actually happen. So well done, very happy. I think you will be too. Time to move back on to Dungeon Crawler Carl with the Gate of the Feral Gods by Matt Dinneman, the 4th book now. Let's see here. Where do I want to start here? New achievement, total, utter failure. You failed a quest less than 5 minutes after you received it. Now that's talent. Surviving in a multi-level dungeon that also happens to be the set of the galaxy's most watched game show has taught Coast Guard vet Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, who I still think is going to be his ex-girlfriend inhabiting this cat. There's only one thing they can count on apart from each other. They never know what's coming next, and this floor is no exception. A floating fortress occupied by warrior gnomes a castle made of sand, a derelict submarine guarded by malfunctioning machines, a haunted crypt surrounded by lethal traps. It was supposed to be easy. 1 bubble, 4 castles, 15 days, capture each one, and the stairwell is locked. Here's the thing, it's never easy. Going it alone is not an option this time, so Carl and his team must rely on the help of the low-level, I can't believe these idiots are still alive crawlers trapped in the bubble with them. Can they be trusted? So there is that. Boy, these are getting big. Is that a trend here now? Each book gets bigger. Each book gets bigger. This is huge compared to the other. Oh, well, maybe about the same size as the third. Maybe the same size as the third. So hopefully I can get that done in a week. There it is. Biplane on the cover. Princess Donut looking great. Still got the boxers going. I've seen some of the alternate covers of these, and I kind of wanted those, but these are what I'm getting right out of the store. That's it. Thank you very much. Oh, the books hit the floor. Well, I'll clean them up. Thank you very much. Hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye now.